What's up, party people, and welcome back to our matchup mastery series. Today we're going over Kimberly. So, I'm going to start off with 5 general tips just to help you get started in the Kimberly matchup. Tip number 1, stand light punch is a good universal option to deal with her hop kick. Crouch heavy punch can lead to big damage here as well. The back hop is harder to punish, but fast and far stuff can. Tip number 2, all of her options out of run can be drive impacted unless she has level 3. If you don't want to take the risk, delayed jabs could be better. Her slide is always punishable on block. Tip number 3, blocking her sprint immediately turns into a dive kick / throw mix up. Dive kick isn't safe and you can jump the throw. You can actually delay the block until the moment the dive kick would have connected and then jump. She could also do nothing and land. Most Kims autopilot a drive rush after, so have a check ready for that. Number 4, drive reversal can be your best friend versus her corner pressure. Number 5, normal anti-airs can be a good option if she is an elbow spammer. That way you don't get baited into uppercutting and getting completely punished and losing the match over it. That is it for our 5 general tips. I have a lot more Kimberly information in the full video. If you just check the description and head on over there, please like, comment, subscribe if not. And if I'll see you over in the full video. Optimal range for fighting Kimberly. Kimberly is an excellent up close and personal fighter. Her strengths are at the close / close mid range. Rock paper scissors says that makes her weakest at the mid far / furthest range. At the mid-range, her main tools are stand medium kick and stand heavy punch. Both don't reach very far, so practice with punishing these and staying in the range just outside of this. She does have a slide option to check the constant walk back behavior as well, as she does have a sweep as well, which is -10, so heavies punish this. The slide is at worst -5 and at best -0, so you can always take your turn back unless you can punish her. But yeah, the -0 is a little bit tougher, but she has to space it perfectly for that. Kimberly's movement is the key to her success, and one of the go-to options will be the drive rush crouch medium kick, which is +1 on block naturally and +5 after drive rush. Actually broken. Practice checking her drive rush at this range because Kimberly lacks cancelable low hits. So this will be her main way of starting combos with lows or locking you down and block stun. At the furthest range, the zoner range, Kimberly is definitely at her weakest. She'll jump, slide under fireballs if she can, some slower fireballs she can't. Elbow drop to bait anti-airs, and she'll use her EX teleport to get it. The teleport is always going to be in the same location above and in front of you. So if you have something like a crouch heavy punch anti-air, always go to this because it's just auto punish. Let's talk about specific matchup tips for Kimberly. So the first most important specific matchup tip I can relay to you guys is to scroll down on this video and hit the subscribe button. I hear if you do that, you're going to be upwards to 0.115% more Kimberlys in every match that you fight. And I think upwards to something like 57.996%. I think somewhere in that window, yeah, you're going to be that many more Kimberlys just by doing that. And not only that, but wonderful coffee complexioned men and women from the Bronx with heart-shaped butts. They're into graffiti, they're into street ninja shit, but they're gonna be very attracted to you. Just I know it's weird, but hey, the science checks out. Don't shoot the messenger. I don't make the rules, but that's just 100% fact that they're gonna be into you, dude. So book that flight to New York City and go get you some. Kimberly's specific matchup tips. Kimberly is weak to low pokes in general. Her main way of dealing with them is her stand medium kick. It has an 8-frame startup actually, but matching and outranging most of the cast's crouch medium kicks. It's also hit confirmable. It is -4 on block, and after drive rush cancel, it's pretty much a true string into anything that isn't stand heavy punch. If she is going for that, The option select uppercut, you'll definitely want to weave in there, but they won't usually go for the stand heavy punch after this. More on her teleport, it's not as tricky as you think. If you see blue smoke, jab her. If you see the violet and yellow smoke, anti her with the crouch heavy punch. Her stand heavy kick is +2 on block. Meaty, she can make it +5 naturally, which is huge lockdown. It's a good pressure tool, but it's actually got a pretty slow startup at 12 frames. So she won't spam it. Taking throws mid-screen isn't a bad idea versus Kimberly, but in the corner you might need to take a risk. No normals, drive rush into this to create a safe string though, so you have that to look forward to with the drive rush heavy kick. Kimberly's love baiting jumps with her elbow drop. Once you're scared of it, then they go for regular jumps to eliminate that mental stack. Sticking to normal anti-airs like crouching heavy punch can eliminate it for you, but if you have a DP with really good horizontal range like Kin, Guile, Akuma, and even Jury, they can actually catch her baiting because how far it goes. But if not, or even if you play those characters and you just don't want to worry about it, the crouch heavy punch, you should recover in time to not get punished from it and be able to punish her if she jumps. Spray can mix-ups are really tough in the corner. Drive reversal will allow you to safely block and knock her down and get away from it, except for Chun-Li and Doll Sims. But other reversals and supers aren't really recommended unless you get a ton of horizontal movement, because even if you hit her, she can punish you. Outside of that, it's a high-low strike-throw mix-up. It's a scary place, and a drive reversal is your best friend when cornered against Kimberly. Good ones know that too, though, so they will bait it constantly. Once they see it for the first time, they'll definitely start baiting it. But that's a win because it slows her down if they're trying to bait that. That gives you more ways out, you know? So the spray cans don't reload by themselves between rounds. She has to refill them herself with an animation like Jamie drinking. She could also spin bar to reload too, which is also kind of a win in its own way because Kimberly really relies on her drive gauge. Talk about Kimberly and Burnout. So Kimberly is arguably the worst character in the game in Burnout. Elena might be a worse character, and DJ's up there too, but Kimberly's terrible in Burnout. She can cancel her run moves into level 3 and has her level 1, which is strike invulnerable. And most Kimberlys will save 1 bar just to have this out of Burnout. A lot of the times if you meaty her with a fireball while she's in Burnout, you're just going to stop this. So she has great OD versions of her moves, and possibly the best burnout pressure in the entire game, but that trade-off is that she is absolute dog shit in burnout. So a big mini game versus fighting Kimberly is who gets burnt out first, and a decent strategy is just saving your meteor for drive reversals to take away her momentum and chip away at her drive bar, and then once she's burned out, you can take massive advantage of her in this matchup and win that way. A lot of really good Kimberlys won't, will do anything they can do to stay out of burnout, but like I said, those moves are really good, really enticing. They want to use them. So in Burnout versus Kimberly, like I said, it's terrifying. Her EX overhead is now plus, and pretty much everything else is too. Run stop pressure is some of the cheapest pressure in the game when you're in Burnout, and her quarter circle forward punch is at worst 0 in Burnout. So there's 3 options right there. The medium kick slide is always safe against Burnout and at worst -1. This makes it easy to approach, for her to approach you, and almost entirely shuts down projectile characters from the mid-range, so no more fireballs mid-range on Burnout. The light punch elbow, 0 on block, I covered that. And the best state you can do versus it is trade, which she gets back in and restarts the loop. And it could deal like over 2,000 chip damage if they want to just keep spamming this and then into a super or something. If they attempt a reversal super, Kimberly can cancel the first frame of her, crouching light punch into a parry or her own super after the freeze, and the opponent would have to manually delay reversal timing to escape the loop. So yeah, her loop stuff is serious. And easy run stop pressure for her is just crouch light punch into stand medium punch into run and stop, and she can just repeat this pressure until you're in the corner, honestly. Even with the regular run, I believe she can just loop that. There might be a gap, but I know EX run, there definitely is not. So that is it for our Kimberly guide. I hope I helped some of you guys understand this demon a little bit more. And just if you're not using drive reversal, definitely start. But that being said, party people, I am the Depressed Gamer. I need you all to be good to yourselves. Please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. Keep on struggling, and I will see you in the next Matchup Mastery video.